Members of the board, our guest speaker, Dr. Jeff Gilbert, invited guests, parents, staff and our wonderful Rainey endowed pupils, it's a great pleasure to see you at our prize distribution evening tonight in our super new sports hall. A change from tradition, but one that enables us to celebrate the success of all our prize winners. Tonight, I would like to share with you our pupil successes for the academic year 2016-17 and our aspirations over the next couple of years, 2017, 18 and 19. I want to thank all staff, the Board of Governors, parents and our brilliant pupils in championing our ethos as a caring school, our commitment to excellence for everyone in our community and in developing our pupils as global citizens of the 21st century. This year we welcome Mrs. Sarah Park to her new subject leader in ICT, and we wish Mr. Jim Winters and Mrs. Judith Knox continued success in their new careers. This year has yet again witnessed major infrastructure developments at the Rainey, and in my best French accent, the pièce de résistance is obviously our sports hall, which opened in May 2017. However, extensive painting to the quad areas, internal areas of the school, new flooring in biology, home economics, music and the geography areas, a covered walkway to the sports hall, new windows and new ICT and study facilities for our sixth formers highlight our continued investment in our pupils and staff. Plans have been submitted for the demolition of 2 old buildings on Rainey Street. Yes, they are the ones that are really awful looking. They're to be replaced by a new student medical centre, improved careers, business, IT and special needs classrooms. We hope to acquire new language classrooms, new science suites, a new music suite, improved home economics and technology areas, new student recreational zones, library, new entrance foyer, new roofs and the wiring of the buildings. Cannot guarantee that all of this will happen straight away, but we will continue to strive for the best facilities for everyone. And the Cullibaki ME always says, if you don't ask, you don't get. To date, some £7 million has been spent on updating the Rainey and during the past 5 years, and I hope that we'll get at least half of that sum again to preserve our heritage, but investing in state-of-the-art facilities for 21st century learners. Our school is devoted to focusing on the pupil. In fact, our school development plan is centred around the words successful learners, confident individuals and responsible citizens. And you can see on the screen behind me what we want for our pupils in more detail from each of those areas. Our learning and teaching is at an all-time high. Your sons and daughters acquire skills and knowledge which they're able to apply and help them to develop and improve further. Best practice is shared in departments and at whole school assemblies, staff training sessions, and our governors are fully supportive in all that we are attempting to do. This was highlighted in the ETI inspection of May 2017, as all lessons were very good and the majority outstanding. On the main screen behind me, the inspection in May highlighted that the school has a high quality and soundly researched informed teaching and learning policy, and the whole school culture of continuous improvement supports the young people well in developing the disposition and behaviour to become successful lifelong learners. The success of the students is central to the vision for the future direction of the school, evidence in the strategic approach to redefining leadership roles, which has fused academic and pastoral responsibilities. Young people are empowered to develop further as responsible citizens and to make a positive contribution to their school and to the wider community. As alluded to, our teaching and pastoral teams work together with parents as part of the three-way partnership, with the main objective being the development of the pupil as a well-rounded citizen. Rainey is not obsessed with results, but I would be both foolish and naive as the head to say that they're not a major factor, because they are. We're introducing or reintroducing the house system, and familiar names to any former pupils such as Parker, Walker, Calvin and Salters intend to reward participation, encourage resilience, collaboration and enable everyone to feel that we're working together for the bigger picture. It also means that it's actually all right not to win everything. You can lose, but that actually taking part, trying your best and contributing to your school and community can be just as rewarding. The senior leadership team, as Mr. Corey has said, has been restructured and now comprises myself, Mr. McClements as Vice Principal, and 4 Assistant Principals, Mr. Francis, Ms. McClellan, Mr. McDonald and Mr. Simpson. Each of us shares pastoral and academic responsibilities. has responsibility for a new house, 2-year groups, and deals with key school areas such as administration, special needs, inclusion, careers, progression, teaching and learning, self-evaluation, child protection, health and safety, staff training and development, primary school liaison, and pupils' achievements. They're very busy people. We also welcome Mrs. Drennan, who as Head of English will focus on gender achievement, and Miss Bingham as Head of RE, who will focus on PR to SLT too. And Mrs. Ferguson, as our data coordinator, help us celebrate key strengths, working in tandem with assistant principals, subject leaders and year heads to ensure that intervention strategies can be put into action quickly in conjunction with the parents to improve your child's chances of success and improving confidence and developing responsibility. As we can see on the slide, our A-level grades continue in the positive trend. This year, 53% of all passes were at an A-star and A grade, a 9% increase on 2016, our best ever. It's important to know that we remain firmly at the top of Northern Ireland schools and in the top 50 of the UK state schools, a truly remarkable achievement for our school, our pupils, family and the wider Macrofelt area. The next slide shows Rainey's performance over the past 5 years in comparison to the Northern Ireland average, and we're sitting some 10% above that in terms of 3 or more A-star C grades, the grades which really count to get pupils into university. The Rainey is in red and the Northern Ireland average in blue, and rightly so. We are proud of our pupils, our staff, and we congratulate them and thank them on all their hard work. I would now like to read out the pupil achievements, and I make no apologies for the length of the list because it's warmly deserved. And can I ask you to applaud at the end of all the pupils' names, please? Rachel Burns and Sarah Paul achieved 4 grade A stars. A further 4 pupils achieved 4 A-star A passes: Amy Booth, Annie Lennox, Roxana Malinovska and Stuart Thompson. 19 pupils achieved 3 A-star A grades: Megan Campbell, Abby Convery, Stuart Drennan, Rachel Ferguson, Alice Hardy, Andrew Haw, Amy Junkin, Charlotte McCready, Erin McIver, Caitlin Mulholland, Helena Nugent, Amy Park, Caitlin Patterson, Taryn Shields, Todd Smith, Laura Stewart, Amy Taylor, Ellen Winder and Richard Winder. A further 18 pupils achieved 2 A grades, and they are Simon Andrews, Jethro Barkley, Gillian Blair, Laura Bolton, Emily Brown, Sarah Caldwell, James Cunningham, Leah Fisher, Ellie Gibson, Adam Hunter, Rosanna Hunter, Jenny Keenan, Megan Law, Shantia Morgan, James Park, Andrew Rainey, Shay Toll and Laura Weir. And can we please show our appreciation to these people? Our AS results continued the vein of success and were the best that our learners have ever achieved. And as with the previous list of names, can we please applaud at the end? 5 pupils achieved 4 grade A's, and they are Martin Cudden, Leanne McKinley, Rachel Curry, Annie O'Boyle and Aaron Sampson. 15 pupils achieved 3 grade A's: Adam Adair, Rachel Brown, Sophie Brown, Ellen Campbell, Ryan Devlin, Catherine Elliott, Catherine Glendinning, Sarah Henry, Paul McErlean, Patrick McGowan, Alana McEwen, Caitlin McPeak, Rachel Neal, Ethan Smith and Abby Spears. And a further 27 pupils achieved 2 grade A's: Russell Armstrong, Thomas Ballantyne, Cara Brown, Alex Burns, Abigail Chambers, Ross Clark, Jack Connor, Carrie Convery, Courtney Rose Crilly, Joe Docherty, Ryan Docherty, Laura Fullerton and Alan Goodwin, and Stephen Greer, Ellen Hamilton, Sam Hardy, Jonah Hastings, William Haw, David Lennox, Rashenda McPeak, Lydia Nesbitt, Adam Rowe, Rachel Savage, Sarah Sloss, Sarah Thompson, Adam Thornton and Victoria Walls. Again, can we please show our appreciation to I would also like us to think of and to thank all the pupils who are not here tonight, whether they may be already at university or are not one of the prize winners, but many of them who did their best and excelled, exceeding personal goals and we wish them continued success too. As we move to GCSE grades, the Rainey is represented in red and the Northern Ireland averages are in blue and yellow respectively. Our results here were just simply superb, as 26% of all passes were at an A-star grade. As you can see in the slide, it's 4 or 5% higher than last year. The next slide shows that 62% achieved an A-star or an A grade. And the final slide shows the percentage of all examinations passed at 7 A-star to C grades, including English and Maths. And, as with the AS and A2 achievements, I'll read the names, and if we could please applaud at the end. 2 pupils attained 10 A-star grades, Alana Atkinson and Laura Gregg. 16 pupils 10 A-stars and A's. And they're Daniel Clark, Megan Clark, Karen Craig, Jonathan Drennan, David Gregg, Erin Henry, Nicole Kerr, Rachel McBride, Ella McCaffrey, Rachel McClure, Zach McMenemy, Christopher O'Neill, Kirsten Tom, Katie Rose Thompson, Jessica Toner and Courtney Weir. And 17 pupils achieved 9 A-star A grades. Ben Barfoot, Ellie Beattie, Callum Bolton, Brona Boyle, Tim Campbell, Bethany Clark, Lydia Eakin, Lucy Gilmore, Alexandra Harkness, Jessica Henderson, Tom Hughes, Naomi Kelso-Mason, Michael McFarland, Emer Nugent, Emma Payne, Sarah Semple and Carl Warner. And 9 pupils attained 8 A-star A grades. Daniel Ballantyne, Rachel Caulfield, Callum Donnelly, David Dripps, Harry Evans, James Ferguson, Victoria Larkin, Adam McCrum and Amy Wilson. 5 pupils attained 7 A-star A grades. They're Jemima Brown, Morgan Campbell, Kieran Doyle, Aidan MacDonald and Jamie Spillane. And 11 pupils attained 6 A-star A grades. And they're Rory Bradley, Adele Farmer, Katie Haw, Aaron Lennox, Kristen McClure, Peter McLean, Hannah Murray, Hannah J. Porter, Bethany Scott, Emma Scott and Kyle Scott. And please a big round of applause for all these fabulous pupils. At this point of the evening, I would now like to introduce our head boy, Ryan Docherty, and head girl, Cara Brown, who will give you an insight into their and the pupil experience at the Rainey. Thank you.